Hello, this is PG, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing EDF 4.1 Wingdiver, the video game. Now normally I break down this whole game, I've got all my notes have just corrupted, so I'm going to wing this. Because it's the Wingdiver game, that was not planned, that was actually off the cuff. Well done me. Anyway, the Wingdiver EDF spin-off. So this is not a third person shooter, it's a kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? A vertical scrolling shooter. So it's very much like the old arcade type games. You go to a level, you move left, right, up, down, whatever. You can use 2 different weapons. You can alter your armor colors in the menu. You can find new collectibles, health, weapons, armor, etc. It's broken down into a number of levels. It's not as many as you would have got in the other games, but yeah, it's basic principles of what you would have got in the EDF games, but it's more of a sort of a reference to the original EDF games, which was a side-scrolling spaceship type shooter. Now, it has the nice graphics, it has the nice sound that you would associate with the EDF over-the-top games. So presentation-wise, you feel like you're playing Earth Defense Force, of course, but it is limited because you really are restricted to the weapons and this turbo move, managing your armor, managing your energy, because those things dictate how effective you're going to be in combat, because your weapons eat different amounts of energy. Anyway, how am I going to do? Am I going to go to the verdict straight away? I usually have my notes to guide me. If I had to sum this up, I'd say it's a spin-off. This feels like a DLC they should have attached to a game rather than release it as a standalone, because I don't think as a standalone it's particularly good. It's bog standard vertical shooter. It's fine, but I found it quite tiring, and it doesn't really have any of the sort of majesty or gloriousness of the EDF games, because the EDF games are vast and expansive. You have these massive battle arenas where you're taking on like these endless enemies, and in this one it's all very claustrophobic, and it doesn't make sense. In many ways it doesn't make a lot of sense, because if you've played, let's say, EDF 4.1 Shadow of the New Despair, the Wingdiver is one of the best classes because you can literally fly all around the map, fly on top of a skyscraper. So it has a real sense of freedom. This game doesn't have any sense of freedom. It has the opposite. It's claustrophobic. I feel like instead of the Wingdiver, they should have used maybe I forget the name of the class, but the one that's wearing a mech, because that would have made more sense in a sort of slow, claustrophobic, vertical type shooter. But anyway, not my favorite game in the EDF franchise. As a spin-off, it's okay. I'd probably give it, scoring wise, 6 at a push, probably more 5, but I'd say 6 is about right. 6 out of 10. EDF 4.1 Wingdiver video game, catchy title not, so not one I would recommend unless you're an absolute die-hard EDF fan. But even then, I think you're going to grow pretty tired of this, because it just doesn't have the quality that you need from this franchise. There you go, that's the review. Thanks for watching. No notes, all off the cuff. How did I do? Let me know. Cheers.